Hi everybody, well, today I'm going to give you the emissary's predictions about what's going to happen, how this is going to roll out. I'll tell you and tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think it's true? I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So they were saying that the period that we're moving into is a period of revelation. And they said that you ain't seen nothing yet. You think you've seen revelation? You haven't seen the revelation that's coming. All will be revealed. And so they were saying what's going to happen is that for us as awakened souls, a lot of it's going to be confirmation. We're going to go, yeah, that's what I've been saying. Yeah, I was just saying that to a friend the other day. Yeah, there you are. And sometimes we're going to have a surprise and go, wow, holy moly, I didn't even know that. Yeah? That's going to be us. Then we're going to have the other group who are going to spend the next X amount of time like that. Shocked, horrified, and shitting themselves. In shock horror, basically. So I said to them, okay, so all these revelations are going to happen. Then what's going to happen? We know about this, you know, the truth will come out. What's going to happen after that? And what they said was that, well, what will happen after that will be the Great Divide. They were their words. They said the Great War and the Great Divide. And I said, just explain the war a bit. And they said, well, it's a war between good and evil. And the Great Divide will literally be that. You know, the sheep and the goats. That's what's going to happen. What they were saying was that there are many that will wake up and they will instantly be drawn toward the light. And there are some that no matter what is presented to them, they will still have preference to the dark. That's their decision. That's what they've decided to do. I was listening to an interesting, like a little mini video on stupidity. Okay? And what was really ironic about the whole video was this. The guy was talking about the 5 laws of stupidity. Okay? Really interesting. And they're out there if you wanted to look at them. And he explained what stupidity, it's not being stupid. What they were saying was stupidity has nothing to do with intellect. You can get a stupid person and you can get a stupid, intelligent person. I prefer to use the word stupefied rather than stupid because that explains it more. It's a state that they're in of being stupefied. But what he was talking about was, you know, people who are intrinsically stupefied aren't able to see any truth. They are willing to do very, very bad things. They are dangerous because of their ability to do bad things and their inability to see that they're wrong. Yeah. So that's, and I was listening going, yeah, absolutely. And then he said, and there are lots of stupid people on this world, and then he started to name them. Well, it was us. He was naming us. All of the deniers of everything. Yeah? And the conspiranoids, or whatever we're called, conspiracy noids. It's in Spanish it's conspiranoico. Okay, that's what they say, so I've got the noid in my head. So he was talking about us, and all the time he was talking, before he mentioned us, I was thinking about them. Yeah? That's exactly what the emissaries are talking about. There's going to be a divide. Those people who choose to go toward what we would call the darkness, they are truly going to believe that we are off our fucking trolleys. And we are going to truly believe that they are off the fucking trolleys. There's going to be a lot of trolleys that people have fallen off. What they were doing on the trolley in the first place, I have no idea, but they're off the trolleys. Okay? So that's the big divide. And the war is then, as the emissaries say, a spiritual war. A spiritual war. They are definitely going to align themselves with that badness, the devil, Satanism, call it what you will. And for them, it will be the right path. They will believe it as the right path. They will believe that they're doing the right thing. Because they're stupefied, of course. And I don't know, are we stupefied as well, but on another level? I would much rather be stupefied in the light than to be stupefied in the darkness. I think no matter how stupefied we are, there's a lot of things that we would not do. And over there, I think there's a lot of things that they would do and they wouldn't care one jot. I'll give you an example of some of the things I've been listening to, people who are in the stupefied camp, in my opinion, right? In the bad stupefied camp, right? We're in the good stupefied camp. And like wishing bad on people, wishing bad. You know the big weather issue that they've had in the US, and so many people have lost their lives. So many people, but not just that, the livelihoods, the life, the family, the job, the house, everything. And somebody who was on the stupefied side was saying how wonderful it was because that would get rid of lots and lots of all those names that they call us. That would get rid of them. And I thought, wow, what a place you've got to be in to be able to wish that on somebody. And it's the same with the assassination attempt. People wishing that he hadn't missed. And I think, wow, what a place you've got to be in to do that. And you know what I saw as well? And boy, did it take me back. When I was a Jehovah's Witness, they used to talk about, during the war, how religious leaders, politicians would sign bombs that were going over to kill lots of people. They would sign the bombs. And we used to talk about it being like, that's really horrible. Sign of the times, sign of the end. That's what people used to say, the witnesses. And then I see a picture of some politicians, I don't know who they were, signing the bombs that were going to be used to be shot into God knows where, and smiling between themselves as though it was something really good. Really good. That to me is stupefied darkness. That is, that expression, that sentence that Jesus said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. That's where I believe they've got to be there. They cannot know what they're doing, because if they knew what they were doing, they couldn't do it. Unless they are of that other echelon of baddies who know exactly what they're doing. But even so, if the premise is that we all come from one source and they are beings of light somewhere deep down, they don't know what they're doing. They can't. Because who would do that? Who would do that? And that's the problem that we have with people who won't wake up. Because they cannot believe, they can't conceive of such evilness. They can't believe that people would be willing to do that. And then there are some that don't give a shit, that are really happy that they're doing that. I looked at that picture and I was horrified. And I bet you some people look at it and go, yeah, get in. That's it. Sock it to them. So I suppose it just depends on which side of the stupefied fence you stand. I'm very happy to be on this side. I'm very happy to be stupefied and steeped in spirituality and love and light. And I'm sure you are too. So they said that there will be a divide expected to happen. And they said that these aren't their words, but for the baddies, we're going to be all the shites under the sun. Okay, it was kind of how it came out. I don't think that's what they said. But we're going to be the baddies. To them, we are the baddies. That's the bizarre thing. To us, they're the baddies. And to them, we are the baddies. And that's where it's was always going to be. This massive divide, this separation, you know. We're very good at division. We're very good at allowing people to divide us. We are stupid sometimes. Really, really. We allow ourselves, we give ourselves over to those kind of things. Our job going forward is to unite, is to be one, to be all of the same mind. How do we do that? Well, we just go for the highest of our goals of loving one another, helping one another, uniting. That's it. The details don't matter, because we're going to find out that lots of the details that we've had aren't right anyway. We have no idea. So that's all that we need to do. And that's as much as we need to do. The rest, well, we'll leave that to the higher beings who are not stupefied. So there you are. I love you all, and I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.